Oh, but in other news, and more hopeful spiritual news, I'm gonna have to download this one so Ogun can see it, because he probably never gonna come in here and really look. So I'm gonna have to download it and probably put it in the Facebook chat for him. But Ogun has this concept that he's been talking to me about how everybody has a shooter, meaning everybody has those people or that person that when something is not going, somebody messing with you or whatever kind of way in your life, this is who you call to come help you fight, or to come take up for you or advocate for you, right? And you know, his point was if people understand that concept, that even in your own life, you got people that you call to come help you handle stuff. That's exactly the same mentality that's connected to people getting killed in Baltimore, right? When it's retaliation, or when, like, you know, the woman and man who was having a conflict about parking, and they got into an argument, and she called her 3 people, her family members, and then he shot all of them, killed the 3 that she called. Like, it's because he didn't. Not everybody's calling somebody to come shoot somebody, but his point, right, is poignant to say it that way. We all call that person to come help us escalate our power stance, right? And we don't know how it's gonna go from there. Once we call in our reinforcements, we don't know how it's gonna go. So everybody has reinforcements that they call. Ogun calls that everybody has a shooter. So this morning, as I'm waking up, literally on the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus walked across the water, on one side of the hotel there's the lake, which the Sea of Galilee is actually a lake. The reason it's called the sea is because of bad translation from the original language that it was called, and it got translated into sea instead of lake, but it's stuck. So it's actually a lake that you can stand and see the whole thing from any part of the shore that you're standing on. You can see the whole thing. So it's not even a really huge lake. So this is the Sea of Galilee, which is actually a lake. But this is where Jesus walked on the water. So on one side of the hotel is the Sea of Galilee. On the other side, you see all of the mountains and stuff, right? It occurred to me when I woke up this morning, because the way they make the room, they made the wall see-through between the bedroom area and the bathroom area, so that from the bedroom you could see outside. So when I wake up this morning, I'm realizing that's the first thing I see from my bed. I'm looking at all of these mountains, and I'm realizing that when Jesus walked across the Sea of Galilee, he was looking at those mountains. So this last 2 days has been filled with Jesus's view of shit. Because we're on the Mount of Beatitudes, where he gave his first sermon, or what's documented as his first sermon. And so we're standing on that hill where he gave the Beatitudes. And what he was looking at was the Sea of Galilee and mountains. Then we go to this hotel. We're sitting, we're between the Sea of Galilee and those mountains. And I'm like, so the story, the hotel was on the side that when Jesus told them, go ahead of me, the boat was coming in the direction to come to the side of the shore where we were in the hotel. So when I retell the story, Jesus was walking to where Arca was, because that's where I slept last night, on the side that the boat was coming to. And so they like, how you going meet, what you mean go ahead of you? We got the boat. And he like, yeah. He went back into the mountains. He prayed. Next time they saw him, he walking on the water, coming out to the boat with them, right? So, y'all know the rest of the story, unless y'all heathens. I told the story in another video. But this is where Jesus walked on the water. And where Peter said, if it's really you, let me come out there with you. And Jesus was like, all right then, bring your ass. And then Peter got out there and got scared and started falling in. And Jesus put him back in and was like, yo, why was you scared? I said I had you. Yep. This is where that happened. Jesus walked on water right here. After going into those mountains. So those mountains that you see on the other side, they started on that side. And that's also over there where he gave the Sermon on the Mount is over there somewhere where we just came from. But they were over on that side when he told them, y'all go ahead without me, and he went back into the mountains for some time and prayed. That was over on that side where you see those mountains. And then, he came walking out on the water while they were in the boat. So he was walking from over there where those mountains were to over here where I'm standing. And so somewhere in the middle is where Peter bluffed. Yeah. But my point is, it occurred to me this morning that when he was walking across the water toward where we were sleeping last night, his view were those mountains that I saw this morning when I woke up. So he's walking on water, looking at mountains the whole time. When he gave his first sermon, he was looking at that water that he was later going to walk on and those mountains. So it reminded me, everybody also walks on water, because back home Muffin is struggling because they told her she got 2 weeks to graduation. She called me crying, Mommy, they told me today I owe over $4,000 and I gotta pay it by Friday, and they not gonna let me ring the bell in 2 weeks if I don't pay this money, and blah 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 blah. And I said, baby, I'm sleeping where Jesus walked on water. We not gonna lean in the vibration of defeat. I don't know how what's going to happen, but it's going to turn out for you, and you're going to ring that bell, and I'm going to get up tomorrow, and I'm going to go stand on this water where Jesus walked, and I'm going to pray. God, I thank you for Muffin. I thank you for the light that she is in my life and in this world. Thank you for her walking on water moment in this place. In this place where Jesus walked on this water right here. Saying, why did you doubt? Don't fear. Know who you are. You are not sinking. God, let my baby know she is walking on water right now. She is not sinking. Winds are just blowing. Remind her that no matter how strong winds blow, my baby walks. My baby walks on water. Let her know. Let her know it deep in the roots of her soul, deep in the fibers of her being, that it is not harder to walk on water than it is for her to ring that bell. And it's going to be fine, and you're going to go meet with the people tomorrow, talk to them, be in the vibration of victory, and they're not going to be able to help but work it out with you. It's going to be fine. And so when I prayed for her to understand that she has been, in her own way, walking on water. My baby been going to school, getting straight A's, so that she can have her dream of healing people in Baltimore with her hands. Coming, bringing her massage chair, setting it up on blocks in Baltimore so dope boys can get massages and mamas can get massages and children, and like she can't wait to just heal and touch people with her hands, just like Jesus did. God didn't bring her 2 weeks from graduation just so she can't money be the thing that stopped her from being able to make it. So I stood on there and I prayed, and I thanked God for my baby having her walk on water moment, that she gonna walk in there with power. And then I realized I'm on this trip to Israel, and only because people view the work that we doing in Baltimore as we out here walking on water. As far as they concerned, all we doing is miracles and healing and giving people peace in the midst of their hopelessness, and comfort in the midst of their pain, and seeing Baltimore through different eyes where they can love it and not just be scared of it. Like, that's us walking on water. And everybody in some way in their life are doing something that to other people looks, I don't know how they doing that shit. That's oh, they must got angels walking with them. Like, when you're going through your hardest times and you end up making it through, you didn't know it at the time, but you were walking on water at that time. So just like all of us have reinforcements that we call in when we got problems. All of us got a shooter. All of us walk on water in all these different ways in our life. Even when it's just we push through a hard day at work. Well, not push through. We decided, I'm not pushing. I'm going to sit down and rest. And I'm going to let God comfort me. And I'm going to take care of myself. That's a miraculous decision to make in grind culture. To give yourself that space so that you can have a healthy, fresh start in mind for yourself and comfort in your body. So all of us in our little and big ways are walking on water and looking at mountains while we doing it. Looking at mountains while we doing it. So that's the other thing that I'm thinking about. Okay, bye.